here in Amersfoort, we try to really present culture in the most broadest way possible, which is from music, from dance, and cherish the old, and also experiment with the new. And what we try to do is use Amersfoort as the stage, as the theater stage. So a lot of things happening are also in direct connection with the ancient buildings we have. I think that's a very good opportunity actually to show your city. And if you have big events, then all of a sudden it's not only about culture, but it's about city marketing. Every city wants to show and draw also tourism, because tourism is one of the basic things which you need first. If people see that and you can cherish it, then I think that you can create growth also. Traffic. Yes, the traffic is horrible. I was in Mumbai, that was horrible already, and I was there last year and I saw that there can be a lot done. And if I look at your pictures, you should come to the Netherlands. You can experience the Netherlands on bike, from the north to the south. I think we will have about 1,000 kilometers of biking lanes. So by doing that also, you divert a little bit. Because I heard over here that people are going to the shops, or to the inner city, park their car, and only be there for 30 minutes. But I think that, for instance, the bicycle would be a very nice alternative. But on the other hand, I'm not the expert, and if you have a bike over here, then you should have biking lanes, because traffic has certain rules over here, and I don't understand all of them. Okay, so now I come to what we would like to do as Amersfoort. Amersfoort has an ambition to become cultural capital of Europe 2018. And actually, I convinced them not only to make friends in Europe, look a little bit farther ahead, because I see a lot of potential. On one side, your economic growth is a lot better than over in Europe at this moment. There's a lot of knowledge over it, and we have some we have a lot of, for instance, jazz music, culture. So on certain different levels, we can work together. And what our ambition is to see if we can make Goa, or at least this region, in some way connected to Amersfoort and the province of Utrecht. And for that, I asked Armando Gonzalez to put together, first of all, a group of musicians, because I don't know anything about Indian jazz, and I think that the people in Amersfoort really like to know that. And make an official delegation, which will be prepared well, so that we can have these kind of meetings also with the experts in the Netherlands, and see where we can cooperate, work together, learn from each other, because that's the idea. Learning, sharing the information, and the last part is developing. And I think we can learn a lot also from what's happening over here, the problems you're facing. And because there's one thing which I always keep in mind, you know why we didn't have these problems 50 years ago? Because it wasn't so much of an economic consumption society. Plastics and throwing away waste, which is very important, it's from this time. It won't go away, which means that you have to manage it in a certain way. And you do not only collect garbage, but you recycle it. And for instance, in the Netherlands, I think we're very upfront in techniques actually to reduce it not only by 90%, but by 99%. And I think that I will be of much assistance to you to get these talks together, to have people come from here coming to Amersfoort, and then we can have experts from Amersfoort coming over here and really develop. And I think that was the first speech. And what can you do for yourself? I understand that the political system over here, on the government level, national and regional, it doesn't function in the way as we have it in the Netherlands. And someone said, okay, they're not doing anything, it's more corrupt. Well, I don't know all of that, but I know that if we start with initiatives like this, very simple, coming over here, connecting, inviting you, sharing information, developing, and giving a role model, then then I'm absolutely sure that we can really meet each other for each other. Bring something for each other. Okay. Thank you. This is actually the idea. I hope you will all come to the concert tonight and invite a lot of friends. We hope to have 300 to 400 persons enjoying our Dutch jazz music and some Indian jazz in between. Thank you very much. There are still some things at the table over there which are books from Amersfoort. And some are in English, and others just for architectural pictures. Take them with you. We are not taking them back, we're leaving them over here, but use them also to present already what a unique city we have. Okay.
Thank you, Alexander. I think we've laid the seeds for collaboration between our two cities. We have to take it further. Now we have Prajal Sakagande, the professor of history at Delhi College. He will give a presentation on the history of Panjim and on the history of Goa, and also heritage, some inputs for a heritage policy for Panjim. Okay. After this, we invite all the presenters on stage and we'll have a short 10-minute Q&A. Okay, after which we'll break for lunch. Thank you.
Tour of the history of Goa, because I think when we speak about Panjim, we need to place Panjim in the context of the history of Goa, and it is very important and pertinent to get an overview of the history of Goa, especially to our Dutch friends. This presentation is divided into three parts. First is pre-Portuguese Goa, the second part is Portuguese Goa, and the third part is post-liberation Goa to the present day. It's a long presentation, but I will have a quick run through of. Now, when we talk about pre-Portuguese Goa, I take 1510 as the cutout date. 1510 is the year when the Portuguese conquered Goa. So, before 1510, we can take that period as pre-Portuguese Goa. This is a map of Goa. We have 11 talukas, and now we will be having one more. 12. This is the state souvenir of Goa called the Divas. This is the village of Menkure in Goa, where you have the etymological roots of the word Goa. Now, the original first word that we come across by way of the nomenclature of Goa is Goin, which is a Konkani word, and it is rooted in the Kunbi Konkani. The Konkanis, our mother tongue is Konkani, so the Kunbis called Goa as Goin for the first time, and it is the meaning of Goin is of paddy standing in the field ready for harvest and of fodder. So it's related to agriculture. So to draw this etymological roots of Goa, I've taken this slide, and you have this man wearing a kasti, which is the traditional male costume of Goa. This is the state tree of Goa called Matti. We have beautiful natural heritage sites. This is a sweet freshwater lagoon in a place called Palien. It's a beach called Palien, which is next to the Aramwal beach in the north of Goa. We have beautiful waterfalls. This is in Puske. It's a remote village in the Podigaon Wildlife Sanctuary. This is the highest peak of Goa, Sahyadris, that is the Sosogad or Sosodur. This is the highest point there on the peak. We found a cave over there. This is the first cave, I think, in Goa, one of the oldest cave on Sosogad. This is the Madai river, that is Mandovi river, which the neighboring government of Karnataka plans to divert the waters of Mandovi river, that is Madai river, to Karnataka.